Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a favourites video combined with a few other things. So I'm doing a kind of semi-unboxing. This is something that I have been wearing, but I wanted to talk a bit about it in kind of a proper video. So a semi-unboxing showing a couple of new things I got as well as some old favourites as well. So a little bit of a hodgepodge, but I hope you guys enjoy anyway, and let's get started. So the purchase in question is a Cartier purchase. I got this when I was flying out of Heathrow recently. My first ever Cartier purchase and my first ever fancy jewelry purchase as well. I'm not someone who really spends a lot on jewelry on myself. I like jewelry and I love the pieces that I have, and I tend to wear the same pieces over and over, but I'm not really a collector of jewelry and it's just not usually what I choose to spend my money on. But I have been lusting after this piece for a really long time, given it a lot of thought. This has been on my radar for probably about 2 years, so it's not been an impulse purchase, but I found out recently that they sold Cartier at Heathrow, which I just didn't realise before. I don't know why. I guess I've always been sidetracked by Chanel and all the other stores they have there, but I found out that the savings at Heathrow could be pretty substantial, so I looked into it, found that was absolutely true, and decided to go for this purchase. So I kind of put it back in the box for the sake of this video, but I have unboxed and worn this and all that kind of jazz. Comes with the certificate of authenticity, and then the packaging is insane. I'm used to kind of nice packaging with bags, but this is on a whole nother level. So it comes in a very substantial box, but then you get a box within a box. And it just opens up with a little button right here, and then inside is the Jeu Inclus bracelet, and I got this in the rose gold, and this is the thinner version. So they do the kind of standard Jeu Inclus bracelet, which is much thicker than this, and that's the one that I've been looking at for the longest time, but it was always a little bit too thick. And then I saw this, I didn't even realize they released a thinner version, but I knew this was so much more up my street. It was also a lot cheaper as well, which made the price a lot easier to swallow, and I just loved it. So I had never tried this bracelet on before. I just seen lots of photos of it and other people wearing it, and so I didn't know if I would love it as much as I thought I would. So I wanted to go and try it on. I knew it was on my radar, but I didn't know whether I was going to purchase it there and then. And then I tried it on and I just absolutely fell in love. I didn't know whether I was going to go for the rose gold or the yellow gold. I was leaning more towards the yellow gold just because I thought it was a little bit more classic, but when I tried them on, I felt that the rose gold was so much prettier and I just preferred it. So I decided to go for the rose gold. So this is in the thinner version, and I got the size 16, I believe, I think, and it just opens up. It's kind of just a simple bangle, and then you kind of open it up like so to slip it on, and then it snaps back into place. So it just snaps on and off like so, and I have just been loving this. I've been so excited about it and I just adore it. So I wanted to kind of mention it in a proper video. Again, I don't usually talk that much about jewelry because my channel is more kind of fashion and bags, but this has been such a favourite purchase for me. I really do love it. I also wanted to talk through the savings as well because they were substantial. So I got this for £2,183, and that's in GBP, so in British pounds, so obviously it would be different in other currencies. But on the Selfridges website, I think these are listed for 2,600, maybe 2,650, somewhere around that price range. So it's a very, very substantial saving. I couldn't believe how much you got off. So I was absolutely thrilled with the price I got it for. I think it's amazing that you can get these at Heathrow, and I just love mine. So if you're looking at a piece from Cartier, I know that the love bracelets are really popular as well, and I believe you can get those at Heathrow as well. Definitely worth looking at to get duty free if you can, because the savings are really huge. Next up, I wanted to do a couple of sale alerts because two of my favorite pieces just went on sale, so I wanted to give you guys a heads up. Thank you to Kylie for notifying me about this. She posted in my bag chat group about these, and I wanted to share because these are pretty much my favorite shoes ever. These are the One Dot State pumps. I've spoken about them dozens of times before on my channel, so if you watch regularly, you'll be familiar with these, but these have just gone on sale, but they've also been brought back in the black suede. So the black suede ones were the first ones that I got, and they are still to date my favorite ones. They are so comfortable, they go with everything. These exact ones aren't included, but the Dorsey style with the cutout are. So it's basically this color combination with this style. There is absolutely no difference in terms of comfort for me. They are both the same, they look the same unless you go from the side, so they're pretty much the same shoe, but you can get these now in the black suede. I think these are 40% off. If that's not correct, then I'll list it on screen, but I think you can get these for 40% off, which is absolutely amazing. I'll leave the direct link below, but I adore these. They run true to size for me, so I think I get these in the 7.5, yeah, and they do run true to size. They do stretch out a little bit. They're still absolutely fine for me, so I tend to just kind of put a heel guard or like a little shoe sole thing, but if you're in between sizes, I'd say maybe size down, but I would still get my usual size if I was going to buy them again. And the next thing I wanted to mention was my rail shirt. This one is also on sale at the moment, and this exact colour isn't available because mine's quite old now. I think I got it 2 years ago, but there is a very similar one on sale, and all their different ones are on sale currently. So they have, I think, 10 or 15 different colorways. There's just an absolute ton, but this one is currently on 25% off, which is amazing. Rail shirts are definitely more on the pricey side, and it's certainly more than I was used to paying for a flannel shirt, but I do absolutely get it. I think once you have one, you kind of understand the hype. They are super soft, they're really comfortable to wear, they fit well, they wash well as well. Mine is 2 years old and it just looks still good as new, I think, and I just love these things. So especially for the holiday season, I always think a plaid shirt is so nice to wear, and at 25% off, they're even better. Onto some other favorites now, and I have two beauty favorites here. They're both from the same line, and to be honest, the entire line has been a favorite for me recently. So it's Cora Organics, and if you're not familiar with Cora Organics, it's run by Miranda Kerr, the supermodel, and I've been loving everything that I've been using from the line. I tried them first, I think about 2 years ago, and I bought one of their lip balms, and it was so awful. I think it's the worst lip balm I ever used. I think they discontinued it. I don't think they sell it anymore, but that really put me off for a really long time. And then I heard some really good reviews about the Noni Glow face oil, so I decided to give this a go, and I think this is either my second or my third repurchase. So I've really been enjoying this. I've tried so many different face oils, but every one I've tried just kind of sits on the skin and just gives me seemingly a more oily complexion, which is not what I'm going for. That this really absorbs well, and I just use it at night, and then in the morning I feel like I do have better skin. So I've really been enjoying this. I also sometimes mix it with a moisturizer as well in the morning, just a couple of drops, but I just really have been enjoying this. And because of this product, I've been trying a few other items from their line. I've loved everything, but for me, the standout product is the Rose Quartz Luminizer, which is just a luminizer that you'd use normally, but I have been loving this, and I'm always kind of 50-50 about luminizers and products like that because I have a lot of them and I like them, but I tend to only really use them when I go out, just because on a day-to-day basis, I feel like it's a bit too much. Like, I don't want to be kind of glowing all over the place when I'm just talking to someone normally. So I love this product because it's just very subtle, but it still gives you a little bit of added glow. So it's really pretty. The shade is just gorgeous. It's a very pretty pale shimmery pink, but it just seems kind of blend into your skin, but it just gives you that little bit of extra glow. So I'm a huge fan of this. This is the travel size. I also have the full size version, but I've just been trying to use this up before going on to the full size one. But I have been loving so many products from the line, but these two are my absolute favorites. And my other beauty favorite is from Charlotte Tilbury, and it is the Goddess Skin Clay Mask. I feel like I pretty much never get through a favorites video without talking about a Charlotte Tilbury product, but every time I try a new one, it really becomes a favorite. So here I am again talking about another favorite. I got this because I had a gift card to use. I got one for my birthday last year and I just completely forgot to use it. So I was planning on just repurchasing some other favorites, but I was like, no, try something new. So I ended up going for this, and I have really been liking it. I'm not really the kind of person that's super into face masks, just because I'm quite lazy and I don't always see a massive difference, so I just am never encouraged to kind of do them again. This one I genuinely have seen a difference though, so I've been using this once a week pretty consistently and I love it. So it says it visibly lifts, smooths, brightens and tightens pores for baby skin. I'm not sure if it does all of that, but I do feel like my skin is better every time I use it. It's a proper clay mask, which are my favorite kind. I don't really like, you know, invisible masks or anything like that. I like it when I see kind of a proper mud mask going on, and I do feel like my skin is always much clearer and just with a bit more of a glow after I use this. So I'm a huge fan of this, so if you're not into face masks like me and you just want something where you can actually see a difference, so you'll be encouraged to use it, I definitely recommend giving this a try. I've really been liking it. Next up are some clothing favorites, and first up are a pair of jeans that I have absolutely been loving. If you follow me on Instagram and I've been wearing a pair of jeans, it's pretty much always been this pair. I discovered them during Shopbop's sale, but not last time, the time before, so I've had them a little while, and I bought them and then I didn't wear them for about a month and I don't know why, and I started to wear them, and basically these have been the only jeans I reached for since I started wearing them. I absolutely love these. So they're from DL 1961 and these are called the Emma jeans, and these are the best jeans for winter wear in my opinion, because these are technically called the legging jeans, so they fit super skinny, so these are perfect for wearing with boots and also with heels. I've been wearing them with pretty much everything, but because they are so slim, they really tuck into boots really well. So these are ideal because they don't bunch up, they don't add a lot of extra width or kind of weight, but at the same time they're thick enough to be a proper pair of jeans. So I love these. You don't get any creasing because they are such a slim fit, and I just think these are so flattering. So I cannot get enough of these. I hadn't realised, but my mum actually has the same pair. I didn't realise this until we were staying at a hotel together and I grabbed what I thought were my pair of jeans, and it turns out they were hers. So she's been loving these as well. They're her favourite pair of jeans also. They fit so well, they wash really well as well, and these are just the best things. So huge fan of these. If you've been looking for a pair that fit really skinny and don't bunch up, then definitely check these out. I've really been impressed with them. Next up is a hat favourite, and I have been on the lookout for a good hat for the longest time, and it doesn't seem like it would be something that's difficult to get right, but so many I try on just aren't very comfortable or aren't very flattering, or there's just always something wrong with them. So I found this and I'm super happy. It's from Ted Baker, and I pretty much never go into Ted Baker either. I just randomly decided to go in and I saw this, tried it on and just loved it. It's a very simple hat, you know, there's nothing too fancy about it, but I love the way it fits. It's very cozy. The pom-pom on the top is so super soft as well, and I just think this is adorable. You have the little rose gold button right there, and this does come in pink and burgundy and then one other color I think, but I liked the grey just because I thought it was the most neutral. And I just love this thing. So if you're also on the lookout for a nice and flattering hat, then I'd look at Ted Baker because I love this one. I'm super happy with finally finding a nice hat. And then my last clothing favorite is a skirt, and I got this for a Christmas party I'm attending, and I wanted something that was festive but not too over the top, because all I've been seeing in stores are just full-on sequins and sparkle, which is great, but the Christmas party I'm going to isn't that fancy. Like, it's nice, but it's not like full-on glitz, so I didn't want to go too over the top. But I've been struggling to find something that is kind of festive enough without being way out there. And I saw this and I loved it. It's from French Connection and it fits so well. I love the color. It also comes in black, which I was debating, but I pushed myself to go for the red, and it just fits really well, and it has this little flirty little flare-up bit at the bottom. Planning on teaming this with just an off-the-shoulder kind of bodysuit and then just a simple pair of heels, but I love this. Again, French Connection isn't always one that I go for, but I thought this was so cute. It fits really nicely. It's a nice material, and I feel like it's just festive enough without being too much. So very happy I finally found an outfit because I was stressing slightly about it. But yeah, I absolutely love this. Next up is another jewelry pick, and I say that I'm not super into jewelry, but I feel like I talk about jewelry all the time at the moment. But I got a new pair of earrings which I have been loving. They're from Soma, which is the same brand that I got my necklace from. I have been loving this necklace. I've spoken about it before on this channel, but I have not taken this off since I got it, so I wanted to look at some of their other items. I got quite a few of these pieces for my friend's Christmas as well, because everyone I know is absolutely in love with this jewelry line. But I got this pair of earrings and I thought they were so pretty. So they're just a very simple kind of sparkle stud, but it's a row of 3 stars, so it kind of looks like it's almost a cuff, but it's not as kind of bulky as a cuff. So I thought these were so pretty. I couldn't resist. I probably didn't need another pair of studs because I do have quite a few now, but I thought these were so lovely, and I've just been loving the combination. For some reason I'd be very into kind of stars and moons for my jewelry at the moment, but I love these, and they just add a little bit of sparkle with, again, not being too much, and especially with the kind of semi-cuff look, I just have been loving these and thinking they are so pretty. And of course I had to include a bag favourite, and undoubtedly it has been my Tory Burch Perry tote. I know so many of you guys that got this bag as well, so thank you for sending me all your pictures. I've been loving seeing them, but I love this bag so much. I think I could even prefer it to the original Perry tote design, which I do not say lightly because I love that bag so much, but I have just been enjoying this so much. It's the bag I'm using at the moment on a daily basis, so it has all my stuff in it at the moment. But it's just so beautiful. It's very lightweight as well, but it still feels very strong and sturdy. I love the updated design details, from the stamping to the stitching. I think it's all absolutely beautiful. If I had to pick one little bugbear, I'd say I wish that the middle compartment, which I love, was fixed to the bottom, because at the moment if you put something on the bottom it can slide around, which is my only little niggle about it. But apart from that, I love pretty much everything else about this bag. I think it looks amazing. I love the colour I got, the blue cloud. The grey is also beautiful, and yeah, this is definitely a favourite for me. So in love with the updated design. And then for my very last favourite, this isn't really a product favourite, it is more of a general home favourite, but it is my closet, which we are so close to completing. I feel like we've been working on it for absolutely ages, but we had so many other things to do as well, and work was busy, and it's been crazy. But we're finally getting to the point where it's almost done. We're just kind of putting the finishing touches on it now, and I'm trying to sort through everything that I have. So hopefully in the next 1 or 2 weeks it's going to be completely done. I am going to do a whole video tour like I did with my last one, but if you can't wait, then I did post a little sneak peek to IGTV. First time I've ever used it. I'm not entirely sure I used it correctly, but it's just a really short kind of 1.5 minute video clip. But if you're interested in seeing a sneak peek of my closet, then I will try and find a link to it and leave it down below. But I am so happy with how it's coming along, so hopefully before Christmas we're going to be finished, and then I will do a tour as soon as I can. But definitely been a favourite for me. Anytime I've had some spare time, I've just been going in there and trying to sort things out and trying to finalise things as much as I can. So that is coming soon, but yeah, certainly a favourite for me at the moment. So that is it for this video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. I will leave links to everything down below in the description section, but if you have any questions for me, then leave them in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in my next one. Bye.